Assalamualaikum to the lecturer and examiner. My name is Rasyidah Binti Muhammad Rafie from class A4 CS23060. My supervisor is Madam Nur Khairizan. In this video, I will present my final year project titled Health and Personal Care Mobile Application. The contents for the presentation are introduction, problem statement, objective, project scope, flowchart of the project, and lastly, project demo. For the introduction, a personal care product means an item other than a pharmaceutical product that is consumed or applied by an individual for personal health, hygiene, or cosmetic reasons. There is too much information on the internet about the benefits of health and personal care, which confuse users with the information that has already been read. The Health and Personal Care mobile application is an application that can ease the user's daily life when they want to buy their own personal care products. It can help the user to find information about suitable products for them. Next, for the problem statement, first, skin problems will get worse if not taken care of and wearing the wrong products. Second, users are confused about products' ingredients label, and lastly, users did not know the right ways to apply the products. The objective for this project, first, to make easier for users to get information about products that suit their skin, and to provide complete guidance to users in the use of health and personal care products. The project scope, first, this application is very suitable for e-commerce users. Second, this application provides information on health and personal care products only. Third, this application will show information about products based on the user's skin types. Fourth, the application is developed in English language. And lastly, the application is developed in mobile application. Next, I will explain the flowchart of the project. First, the user will redirect to the main page. In this main page, there are two buttons, namely the login and register button. In login page, user need to enter all the required data such as email and password. Then, if the authentication of the account is valid, the user will be redirected to the dashboard page. If the authentication fails, an error message will be pop up. If the user has not registered, they need to click on the link at the bottom of the login page to enable the user to go to the register page. If the user is already done with the registration form, the user will be redirected again to the login page and continue just like the previous step. And next, on the dashboard page, user can choose what they want to choose. If a user wants to know about the appropriate product information, user can click on the recommendation product. User will be redirected to the page that contains several buttons, and user can choose what button that they want to click depends on the product category that they want to know, such as healthcare, skincare, haircare, and bath and shower. After that, they must choose their skin type to get a product that suits them. Then they can get product information about various products that suit them. Next, if the user wants to know various tips about health and personal care, they need to click on the health and personal care tips. Many tips about health and personal care information were provided. After being done with all the processes, the user can log out from the mobile application. Next, I will show a demo of the project on how the application is being used.
This is the main page of the application. Firstly, the user will redirect to the main page when opening these apps. On this main page, there are two buttons, which is the login and register button. In login page, user need to enter all the required data such as email and password. Then, if the authentication of the account is valid, the user will be redirected to the dashboard page. If the authentication fails, an error message will be pop out. If the user has not registered, they need to click on the link at the bottom of the login page to enable the user to go to the register page. For registration, users must key in their data such as name, email, and password. If the details has been created or other user has been used, the alert message will be pop up. All the information must fill in to create an account. After user finish the registration, a message user created will pop up. Once the user has registered, the application will automatically redirect to the main page. Next, the user can click on Login button to log in the application. As I have explained before, user needs to enter an email and password to log in to the application. If the email and password you entered are incorrect or do not have an account, an error message will be displayed. Then if the authentication of the account is valid, the user will be redirected to the dashboard page. On the dashboard page, there are three types of buttons. The first buttons recommend products, health and personal care product tips, and logout button. The first button, the product recommendation button, is a function where it will provide information about the product that has been selected by the user. Secondly, this tip button is to provide a function to users by providing various tips that are useful for users to refer to in health and personal care. And finally, the logout button, user can log out after finishing using this application. For the recommendation products button, user will be redirected to the page that contains several buttons, and user can choose what button that they want to click depends on the product category that they want to know. For example, I will choose skincare. After that, they must choose their skin type to get a product that suits them. For example, I will choose dry skin type. After that, they can see a list of products brands that suit with their skin type. Then they must choose what brands that they want to know. For example, I choose Hado Labo. After that, they can click the product info button to get product information such as product name, product description, and product ingredient. Next, if the user want to know various tips about health and personal care, they need to click on the health and personal care tips. Many tips about health and personal care information were provided. For example, I choose the health tips button, as you can see. And for example, I choose cool and hot water shower. And next, I will choose the healthy food for lungs. Okay, for next button, for personal care tips, user can choose skincare or hair care. For example, I choose skincare. There are various tips about skincare. For example, I choose massage direction on face and bad skincare habits. Okay, for next button, which is hair care tips. For example, I choose shower routine and hygiene. After being done with all the process, the user can log out from the mobile application. That's all for the application demo.
That's all for my presentation. Have a nice day and thank you for taking the time to evaluate my final year project.